Hello, dear student. Today I will do the exercises in page 206. The exercises for triangle proportionality theorem. In the previous lesson, I explained the theorem. I said in a triangle, when two lines are parallel to each other, then the proportional of their sides are equal, and the opposite of the statement is still correct. Now here, in the question number 1 in page 206 says, find the length for each segment. Here in number 1 says DG. It talks about this line to find out its length. According to the theorem, since we have CD line parallel to FG line, then from there, by triangle proportionality theorem, we could say EC, we start from the top angle, EC over CF is equal to ED over DG. EC length is given, which is 32, CF is 24, equal ED is 40, and DG is not given. You can name it X, you can keep it as DG. Now we could use cross product to solve it. We would get 32 DG, 32 times DG equal to 40 times 24. Then 32 DG stays the same. 40 times 24 equal to 960. Then to find DG, we divide both sides by 32. These two will cancel each other out. From there, DG equals to 960 divide 32 equals to 30. So finding DG by triangle proportionality theorem. If this was not given, that parallel thing, you could not use the theorem. You could not solve that. Now, number 2 has the same idea as number 1. The question says, can you find the length for Rn? Rn is how much? While Mr is given, Mq and Qp is given. If you look deep down in the figure, it says that Qr is parallel to Rn. So in the solving part, we will say, since QR is parallel to Rn, so what do I get? Like I told you always, you start with the top angle. MQ over QP is equal to MR over Rn. Like the proportional of the sides would be equal. MQ is 8, QP is 5, equal to MR is 10, and Rn is not given, we keep it as Rn. Then we use cross product, 10 by 5, 50, equal to 8 Rn. Then we would divide both sides with 8. Here they cancel each other out. Rn would be equal 50 divide 8, 6.25. That is the length for Rn using triangle proportion. Now for question 3 and question 4 in the same page 206, we use the opposite of the theorem. The question doesn't ask you to find a specific length. It says, can you prove that the lines AB and CD are parallel? These two lines, could you prove them that they are parallel? To prove them that they are parallel, he gave you the length for each side. So I can use the triangle proportionality theorem. If I could prove the proportional of the sides are equal, then I have shown that they are parallel. So I will start from the top angle. I will say EC over CA is equal to ED over DB. EC is given, which is 1.5 over CA is 2.5. Same thing, ED is 1.5 and DB is 2.5. So it is pretty obvious that both of the proportional of the sides are equal. 1.5 divided 2 over 5 is equal to 0.6 when you simplify it. Same for here. So the proportional of the sides are equal. At the end, we get CD is parallel to AB by what? By triangle proportionality theorem. That theorem is important. Now in number 4 says that can you prove TU line is parallel to RS line, and to do that we have to use triangle proportionality theorem. We start from the top angle, so we say VU over US equal to VT over TR. VU is how much? Is given 67.5 over US is 54 in the figure is given, VT is 90 and TR is 72. We use cross product, you will get the same answer, or if you don't use cross product you could just use 67.5 divide 54 equals to 1.25. 90 over 72 still equal to 1.25. Since both of the proportional of the sides are equal, so at the result I got TU line is parallel to RS line by triangle. Now for question number 5, we use Taylor's theorem. If you look at the figure, we have 3 parallel lines. These are parallel lines, these blue ones. And the green one are the transversal lines, this and this. So whenever we have Taylor's theorem, we would say the proportional of the sides are equal. The question says, can you find that length between 34th and 36th Street, the first one? Okay, so to do that, we use Taylor's theorem. We would say 72 over 75, the proportional of their sides are equal, over 82. 82 over, this is, I will represent it as x, the missing length. Then we use cross product, 82 by 75 equal to 72x. Then divide both sides with 72. These will cancel each other out. Now we do the multiplication and then the division. The multiplication, 82 by 75 equals to 6,150 over 72, which is equal to x. Then from there, when you divide that, x equal to 85.4. That is the value. Now we have a property for bisecting a triangle. A triangle angle bisector, this is the name of the theorem, is a line or a segment that divides an angle of a triangle into 2 equal angles. As you can see here in the question number 12, page 207, PR is that bisector. How can I be so sure that PR is the bisector? If you look at the figure here, it tells you this angle of P is equal to the left angle of P. So this is given. That means PR is bisector. And we have an important note that says the angle bisector doesn't just split the angle. It also divides the opposite sides. like PS and PQ, QR and RS. They are opposite sides. They also divide the opposite sides into proportional length. This means the two segments on the opposite side are in the same ratio as the other two sides of the triangle. So this is called the bisector triangle of angle theorem. How can I show that? How can I find QR length and RS length, which is in number 12, says can you find QR length and also this length and this length, RS length. How can we find that? According to the theorem, we have PR is a bisector. That means QR over RS, the proportional of the opposite sides, would be equal to each other. QP over PS. QR is given, which is x minus 2, and RS is x plus 1. QP is 12 and P is 16. From here we use cross product. It will be 12, since x plus 1 is 2 term, I put it in a bracket, and same for x minus 2. Then by using distributive property, I share 16 and 12 to inside. It will be 12x plus 12 equal to 16x minus 16 times 2, 32. From there, it became a linear equation. You could take 12x beside 16. It would be 16x minus 12x, and taking 12 beside negative 32, or bringing negative 32 beside positive 12 to avoid negative, both would be correct. So at the end we get 32 plus 12. Now 16x minus 12x equal to 4x equal to 44. From there we divide both sides by 4. We get the value for x. X would be equal to 11, but still I did not find QR length and RS length. This is just the value for x. I used the theorem of triangle angle bisector. Now we would say QR is how much from the figure is x minus 2. We found x, which is 11. We are going to replace it. 11 minus 2, QR would be equal to 9. Then we have RS length. RS is x plus 1. X is 11 plus 1, so RS would be 12. So these are the measurement for QR and RS by triangle. And I want you to do the rest of the questions, independent practice, number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Any question that you have, we would have online Zoom meeting. You could ask me there. Thank you for